In our last video, which we'll link below in the description, we went over the MoonShade awning by Moonfab, and we really talked about why it's one of the best awnings on the market for a teardrop. In this video, we're going to review the MoonWall that is made specifically for the awning. We're going to go over the top 3 things that we really like about the MoonWall, and we're also going to give you a few things that could be improved. So this is not a sponsored post. We did buy our own awning from Moonfab, but they did send us the MoonWall in order for us to give our own honest review. So we already have the MoonShade awning already set up over the galley. So I'm just going to do a quick time-lapse video on how easy it is to set up the MoonWall. Alright, now for the top 3 things that we do like about the MoonWall. Number one, it is great to have a wall designed for the awning that prevents or blocks some of the wind, blocks some of the rain from hitting us while we're hanging out in the galley, which is really our kitchen. It's our gathering place. Number 2, it is made from the same quality material as the awning, so this thing is built to last. And number 3, it is versatile. This is just as versatile as the MoonShade awning. If you buy the long wall like what we have here, you can actually still attach it to the short side as well. And if you have extra poles, instead of having it set up as a wall, you can pop it out and you can create an extra awning space. So one of the things that gives you a little bit more versatility with the MoonWall, you can set it up at roughly about a 45-degree angle, which I'm not quite there, but I do have an angle there. So we have a lot of extra floor space in here. But one of the bad things about that is if I have the wall set up so it's more perpendicular to the ground, there's not a way to attach the wall to the pole. So there's still always going to be a little bit of a gap, even if I try to keep the wall straight up and down. So the MoonShade and the MoonWall have been great for us as we've been camping. We do love the extra protection that we get from the rain over the top of the galley, and the MoonWall is nice to protect from the rain and the wind. Gives us a little bit of extra privacy too if we're in a busier place than what we typically camp. But honestly, the MoonWall, it is pretty expensive. They are less than $100 for the long wall, and I think less than or around $75 for the short wall when this is recorded in the fall of 2022. Where did I want to go?
But it's essentially a tarp?
But it's essentially a tarp. It doesn't crinkle like a tarp, and it is more heavy duty, so you'll probably get a lifetime out of this if you treat it well. If you compare it to one of the 180-degree awnings or the 270-degree awnings, you can still buy all 3 walls basically and enclose this if you wanted to for less than you can buy one panel for the 170 or 180 or 270-degree awnings. Now on to the things that we really don't like about the MoonWall. First, the big gap at the top. Even with the G-hook attached to the awning, there's still quite a big gap. The second thing that we don't like is while we do have stakes in each of the corners, if there was a way to have one in the middle, it would make the wall more secure. We get around that by doing this. So here we have the wall set up more in a perpendicular manner. And the one thing that I really don't like about this is it's really hard to close this gap between poles. So if I had a long wall and a short wall here, there's still going to be a decent size opening here at the gap or at the poles. There probably is a way that you can use some line, that you have and maybe tighten up on these little G-hooks from wall to wall. But I wish that they would have thought of something to just kind of clasp over the top of the pole or over the side of the poles instead to hold it in place if that's what you want. Thanks for watching. Check out our other videos and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any other, what? Any other...
Just say that, be sure to subscribe.